Hello, everyone. This is the Easy Allies podcast, and I'm your moderator, Kyle Bossman. And joining us this week, Bradley Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Damiani.
How's it going?
And Brandon Jones.
How are ya?
I'm doing well, Damiani and Brandon.
Yeah.
Brad
I don't
doesn't
need
care.
to know.
Okay.
I've been with you all day. I know how you're doing.
Yeah, I think you know how I'm actually doing. Yeah. Brad, what is your goal this week?
To continue with the trend of terrible impressions, I will be doing Macho Man Randy Savage impressions.
Ooh, okay.
Impressions, plural?
Perhaps.
Oh, multiple.
Damiani, what is your goal this week?
My goal. So I do this on almost every podcast I'm on.
Yeah.
Is to not do this.
Okay.
At the table.
Shaking the table.
Or not hit that.
Okay.
Or hit the what is this called? The guard.
The
Pop filter?
The pop filter. Pop.
Mic screen.
Can I have a request real quick?
Yeah.
I really loved back in the day when Damiani would have something in a mug. I missed
We
that.
had that.
Did we have
Yes.
it? I want that.
We brought it
I
back
want
for one
I
week,
want it back.
but we should really
I want
bring
it back.
Okay, all right. What's in Damiani's mug is a segment we used to have.
Yeah, it's only when we're
Damiani
on
would
it.
surprise us. Okay. All right, yeah. Damiani, you cool with it? You cool with bringing that back?
I think my mug's here, though.
Yeah.
Well, what's in it?
Yeah. Well,
What's in it?
What's in it, Damiani?
Didn't I leave it here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Spiders.
Jones,
Spiders are in it.
What is your
Find it.
goal this week?
I have 5 of our Werehog poker chips here on the table.
Yes.
I will remove one of these chips every time I call Kyle baby. My goal is to clear them all.
Baby.
Yep.
So you spun it back on me.
Yeah.
Jones,
Now you're getting 5 worth.
I can't play this game with you. This is okay. All right.
No game, it's a goal.
Okay. So for last week, I got a comment that said, "Will you make a goal for some of us listeners, exclusive listeners?" Because I did the turn the Furby around. You can't really appreciate that if you're a listener.
Yes.
So my goal this week is to demonstrate my rhyming capabilities.
Oh no.
That's my goal this week. Great. Jones, let's start corrections music. We got a few. So the Xbox pack-in games I was trying to think of were Tetris Worlds and Star Wars The Clone Wars. Now that's a game that came out before the Clone Wars series.
It was the movie? Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, because that
I
was
gotcha.
based on episode 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just called Star Wars The Clone Wars. Do you remember that game?
I think it might have just been called Clone Wars. Star Wars Clone Wars.
I looked at the box art. There's a
it the?
in between.
Is
There's
okay.
Cypher
Yeah, tiny
DS
the-
in it?
no Cypher Diaz.
Are we sure about that?
I'm not positive. We gotta play
we
through.
may never know, really.
Let us know, listeners.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Sony is not one of the studios in the SAG-AFTRA voice actor strike, which is cool. Apparently Insomniac is, though.
Oh, okay.
Ian's idea of always making the player the good guys in Call of Duty is actually already implemented in America's Army games.
Cool.
Didn't know that. And I put the good guys in quotation marks just because we had this conversation. We get it. Apparently, the Xbox One's Day 1 achievement is buried and you can't find it anymore.
Oh.
If you're on an Xbox One.
Oh.
Yep. Why even have it? And then the head of Biomutant Developer Experiment 101, I'm going to do my best here, is pronounced Stefan Jungvis.
Whoa.
That's what the robot, somebody just said, the robot says it like this. Stefan Jungvis.
Oh, okay. Cool. The second one was better.
Stefan Jungvis.
The best.
Okay. Cool. And then also, I don't mean to be flippant about the good guys thing again. It was in quotation marks. So in America's Army, you play as the Americans versus the terrorists.
Wait, weren't those PC games? Did I remember that right? Wow.
Yeah. They're PC games funded by the U.S.
Yeah,
Army.
I think I
America's
remember
Army
those.
used to have a big presence at E3.
Really?
They had roll tanks up every year.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I think I played one at a cyber cafe one time.
It's
and
kind of twisted,
It
actually.
was kind of bad.
It's recruitment.
Yeah, I think it was like a boot camp level.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
The game is designed for recruitment.
Back to Warcraft 3.
And the corrections music. Yeah, we should have a whole discussion. Is that effed or not?
I don't know.
It's a good way to communicate to teenagers. They like video games, right?
Maybe.
And you got to recruit teens in the army, but with games. With games, that's the
They're
thing.
trying anything, dude.
Hey, the Navy made a whole movie to recruit people.
Battleship?
What movie?
Battleship.
Battleship 2.
It's made in the 1980s. I think it starred Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer.
No.
Yes.
Top Gun is funded by the Navy.
It was done with their approval, and they gave yes.
I actually think that increased numbers.
They actually used it in their recruitment stuff as well.
I believe that it would increase numbers afterward, absolutely. Who wouldn't want to fly a jet after that?
Me. I don't really want
Pretty
to.
much.
Why? Because of Goose?
Because it's dangerous.
Goose.
Yeah, and Goose.
All right.
Because you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't think. I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
they,
because they maybe wouldn't pay for a movie where Goose dies.
Yeah, they didn't commission it, but
Yeah.
like once they were approached by Paramount, they're like, "Oh hell yeah, like,
Okay.
let's do this.
hell
Let's
yeah.
make this happen."
Great.
Great.
So, my favorite way to start a podcast always is a game announcement.
Yeah.
We're not starting with a game announcement this week.
What?
Why?
So I think the biggest thing that happened over the past 7 days, still the best thing to talk about, the hottest thing to talk about today is what happened with Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
Never came out.
Can
That's what happened.
can you summarize it for me?
I have a lot of
haven't
summarization. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's the setup, Brad. I'm doing these transitions Damiani wants so badly.
Oh.
So here's what happened. We have a man named Mark Laidlaw who worked on all of the Half-Life games. As a developer, as a writer, he was involved with every single one. Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2. He left Valve, announced his departure in January of 2016.
Okay.
And I mean, most everyone who worked on Half-Life, the big people on top
Might
of
be
it
gone.
at least, are gone.
Yeah.
You know, over the last year, I feel like we've said this person's leaving Valve, this person's leaving Valve, and so yeah, he left in January 2016. This week, he released on his personal blog a very strange, short piece of fiction entitled Epistle 3, and it is basically it's written as a letter by a character named Gertie Fremont. So what this is, everyone, this is the entire plot of Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Just written out as a letter. And it basically says everything that would have happened in the game. Just published right there on the internet. That's what happened, Brad.
I wonder how long ago this was decided, or
Yep.
if he was one of the head writers and just always had this and was like, I'm going to tell the story, or if other people were in on it.
Yes.
And he hasn't gotten in trouble for this or anything?
That's the thing. So actually, I contacted Rick Hogue of Hogue Law on this.
Really?
I was
Cool.
curious.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is the one that's so good.
Yeah. So, I warned Jones. He's got more law to read this week. Basically, because I was curious, because, like, you changed the names, obviously, to avoid some legality, right? You call it fan fiction to avoid some legality. But does that work? Does that fly? And
Yeah,
this is what I went to Hogue about. And I said, is that right? Like, does that fly? And his answer is no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
And so he's got some ideas about like what's going on here. And so yeah, we'll just have Jones read that because I was curious from a lawyer's standpoint. And again, I guess if we should set that up. We're sponsored by Hogue Law, one of our sponsors. And so Rick Hogue listens to the podcast, cares about this stuff, and says like, hey, if you have any questions, email me. And I said like, I have a question about this thing. He's like, sure. Here's my thoughts.
So just this part right there?
Just the brackets.
Baby?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It is possible that Mr. Laidlaw simply believes he is in the right, provided he couches what he releases as fan fiction, etc. It is most definitely not. A number of employees have difficulty with the notion that their ideas belong to their employer. I think this unlikely owing to his long career in the industry, over which he should have become familiar with the concepts of IP ownership, etc., burn, described in my previous email, but it is possible. More cynically, if Valve isn't involved in allowing the release, he may believe that relying on 1. Changed names, and 2. Fan fiction, gives him plausible deniability to claim he fits into this option, legal obliviousness, and thus defeat attempts to challenge him, simply by clouding the waters, making litigation more expensive. The fact that he is making the fan fiction claim at all suggests that he understands he is, at best, in a legal gray area. In short, I think he is most likely violating Valve's rights here, but for some reason thinks Valve won't come after him. Could be his relationship with the company. Could be that the company permitted the release or believes they did. The exact nature of the reason is likely to remain speculative unless and until we hear more, which may never come.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Our theories are, panel, and I want to know where each of you rest. Valve thought it was okay. Valve doesn't care. Valve is not working on any Half-Life games and simply don't care that this story leaked, and they just like Mark Laidlaw. I guess those are really the two, is like Valve wouldn't care to sue, or Valve wouldn't sue.
Or 3, he's going to war in some weird way, you know?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
He's deliberately being antagonistic. That's option 3, I think.
Well, what do you believe? What do you believe? Why would this happen suddenly?
I think Valve didn't give him permission, and he just did it anyways, but I don't think they'll care in the grand scheme.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever. Like, Valve seems like a pretty mellow place to work.
Yeah.
So, I don't know for sure, but that's just kind of vibe I get from it. I think we might have heard something by now if Valve was going after him.
From the impressions I get, we might hear, if something happens, it might be within a few weeks, Brad.
Oh, okay.
But...
So getting their legal team together.
I'm kind of with you, though, dude. I don't think anything will ever come of this. I think that Valve will say, that's okay. You know what? You did to the fans something right. You published a story they've been dying to hear.
It could be bad PR for them if they go after him, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, if I was a big Half-Life fan, they'd already be on thin ice with me a lot. Like Huber,
yes,
they're dead to Huber pretty much.
Right. So if they come after Mark Laidlaw now, they're villains of the internet. Yeah. Forever. There's no.
And isn't that the rumor why they didn't do 3? Like one of the reasons that didn't The Know say that a while back that Mass Effect 3 scared them, that there was all this anti Mass Effect 3 sentiment, and so they're like, well, we don't want to bother putting this huge ending together for our game.
Jones, I remember hearing that and not buying it, but maybe you're right.
Yeah, it sounds like a weird excuse.
That seems like a weird excuse for Valve.
Yeah. But, I mean, at the same time, they know they're making a thing that nobody will ever be happy with. That is a factor.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it just really bugs me because that was the plan for 3 episodes. They said they were going to do that, and they didn't follow through.
Yeah.
That's what really bums me. And they waited so long. It's a problem now.
I think we fall into a mistake in games media calling it Half-Life 3 all the time.
No.
When Half-Life 2 Episode 3 was absolutely teased and promised it was a product that was meant to come out. And I mean, that's what this is for, is Episode 3, what would have been that 3rd episode. Damiani, where do you stand? What do you think this is about?
I mean, I honestly think it's more what you guys said, that Valve probably won't do anything. I do think that a few things that I was considering when I was hearing the legal explanation and stuff. It could be entirely possible that Valve won't do anything, but also just if they decide to ever do Half-Life 2 Episode 3, they can be like, oh, that leaked story, that's actually just we know he was the lead writer in all these games and stuff, but we actually had another team writing something else, and we were going to go with that. So he was just releasing the story that he came up with, which was they just make up some story denying that that's not what it was going to be. That's his version of it. It's not what we're doing. We're doing something else. So they could still, if they wanted to, they could still go for it and at some point release that game with a totally different story and be like, whatever, your story was whatever you want, you do with it. Who cares?
But let's, Damiani, this is where we're going to the next part of the conversation. For real, do you think Valve is ever going to make Half-Life 2 Episode 3? Do you think Valve is ever making that game?
I right now, no.
Right.
Things
Nobody
can change.
does. Why would you think that?
I think anything's possible. I think there's still a chance for it to happen at some point.
Shenmue 3 happened.
No, Damiani, this...
Who's to say something doesn't happen at one point where they're just like, we're tired of I don't think they're going to do this, but there's always the possibility. You can't say 0% chance. It's very unlikely. Because
I don't think Mark Laidlaw's mad. I don't think he's angry at Valve. I don't think he wants to hurt them.
I think he's trying to offer.
Or it would have been a lot sooner, I imagine.
Yeah,
I feel like he was. Honestly, what must have happened is all those people left because there's someone internally at Valve who has the authority to make all the calls. Said we are not for the foreseeable future, aka 10 years or more, we have no plans to do anything with the Half-Life franchise.
And that's why a lot of those team
So
members
if you guys are waiting around
out.
to work on this, is all you're here for, you might want to take this opportunity to look elsewhere for other stuff.
Yeah.
You want to do your own thing or something? We're not doing it right now. They might have all left. This could have been an act from him for closure for the fans of, I want to give you something because I know. He only did this, honestly, because he knows it's never happening.
Yes, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
what he has to do.
Yes.
And he just wanted to give the fans closure, but to be brutally honest, that's not going to give fans enough closure. They're never going to shut up until they get the game. Until there's a game that says Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or Half-Life 3, it will never end. It will not end. There will always be doubts around that story. Oh, cool, that's what he wanted it to be, but one person doesn't make the game and stuff. It could have. We want a game.
Canon.
We want a game. And also the other thing is, the whole thing about Valve owns everything. He changed the names and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
If he came up with the story for the 3rd game, it was never conceived in ahead of time. He went home and on napkin stuff, here's how Half-Life 3 will probably go and stuff on his own time, and just came up with it. It's not the official story that Valve is going to use. It's just something he made up, out of the blue. And by
That's not going to hold up.
It's
dude.
not, but it makes it even more great.
Up.
If he didn't write it on company equipment, if he didn't use any kind of company equipment to create it, did his own time, and he doesn't call it Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3, changes the name, settings, everything like that, I think they have less. It's harder for them to prove. It's not worth Valve's time to go after that. It's so ambiguous. It's just like, screw that. You try to make it. If he goes to try and make a Kickstarter with something like that game concept, I think Valve would might get a little upset about that. But this is just someone who just like wanted to give some small shred of closure to people wondering what the heck's going on. And I think it is a huge sign that you're not getting this. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, you need to like move on. Valve does not care about this.
Jones, do you feel a small shred of closure?
I don't know if I want to read this thing. I haven't read it
really?
Actually. Yeah. And
you're not even curious?
I'm extremely curious, but it just kind of hurts, to read this weird letter with different names, you know, to try to get that closure. And for me, it's like, I don't know. The story was so open-ended. It wasn't necessarily like, gosh, I hope these things happen in the story. Like, that was never Half-Life for me. It was just like and to be honest, the story is like good. It was really just the events. It was like how each beat of that journey, that adventure, like tied into each other. That was just so captivating for me about those games. And the character relationships, so like I want to see what happens to these characters. Like, I care about Alex, I care about Gordon, and so I'm curious what happens to them. But reading it that way. But like, I get that, like, that's the last chord on the chute. That's like the last thing you can do at this point. But I can't stop thinking it was just one employee. Like, it was someone he bumped into at a bar, and he was like, or hadn't talked to him in a long time, saw him at a birthday party or something, and was like, hey, and he's like, how's Valve? And the guy's like, oh, I'm not at Valve anymore. He's like, really? You're not there? And he's like, is anybody still left there? And maybe like rattle off some names, and they're like, they're all gone. So he's like, all right, I'm doing it, man. If literally no one's there, if now something must have happened, it's like some sign off or they didn't renew the trademark or some signal that's like, oh, okay, like Damiani said, like it's dead. There's no way. They would have to pay money now to bring it back, to like bring on a bunch of new people, and of course, like you were saying, why would they? Right. What would be the point to do that for not like a sequel or something or a remaster, but like another part of an extra thing? Yeah, it's such a weird thing to go back on so many years later.
All right, Brad, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Valve as a publisher.
Okay.
And the decisions they're making.
Okay.
They have one of the most beloved video game. I guess video games they're not called video games on PC. One of the most beloved game franchises of all time.
Team Fortress 2?
Well, yeah, they got that too. We can talk about Team Fortress. Half-Life, man.
That's my favorite.
Half-Life is one of the most beloved video game franchises.
Yeah.
One of the most respected, highly regarded.
Not one of the greats, though.
Not yet. It is discarded. They don't care about it.
Yeah.
They do have many other franchises that are well regarded. Like you just said, Team Fortress. Counter-Strike, I think it could count very well as its own franchise.
CSGO's huge.
Dota is huge.
Yeah.
Dota is the hugest. It's the biggest. And so I guess you could say they don't need Half-Life.
No, I mean, they're just a different company now from what a lot of people fell in love with them. Like, it's fine. I get totally companies want to change and do different things. That's totally cool. But I think they just kind of lost a lot of their fan base because they were known for like single player, story driven games like that people really love. And they kind of like started dipping their toes more into multiplayer and everything like that, which is totally fine. But man, I just feel bad for those people that wanted that closure.
Yeah.
They just wanted it, man. They were promised it.
So I want to pull, Pam, I want to pull another really interesting part of all this is that Mark Laidlaw's been on Twitter in response to like what's been happening on his blog and things like that, and responding to people's questions and things, and like being kind of cute, referring to it as fan fiction and everything. And he's like, why is everybody gender swapping my fan fiction? Like, he's playing the game, he's doing that well. One thing he said that's really interesting though is somebody asked him directly, hey, what was going on with the G-Man and Alex? And his response is really interesting to me. This is from his Twitter. Like most things in the Half-Life series, answers are developed strictly as needed. So no, I had no fixed ideas about this, just planting seeds. So Half-Life was running like Lost. They didn't know. They did not know. Half-Life was running crazy like Lost. And so really I feel that when we talk about getting the closure, Brad, Half-Life 2 Episode 3 comes out, it's not closure. That's not the end of the story at all. I think it's,
I mean, they could have ended it.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's interesting about me, why I'm not so, like, focused on the story. It's
Yeah.
like, I just want to see closure for a game. It was so exciting to see what they did with Half-Life, bringing it to 2.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one thing that I got Alien 3 that was like, okay, you know, and like,
sure.
but it's another thing that they just end there. And you're like, what? This franchise had so much momentum. What's happening?
Alien 3?
Yeah, it's like if they had ended on Aliens, oh, that's it.
Alien.
Oh, I get it. I
Alien.
know what you're
Like,
saying. Yeah.
But no, I'm sorry. It's if Aliens had 2 short films after, and then they stopped it before they were going to make the third one. Sigourney's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But so yeah, but it did feel that way. It definitely, like I said, definitely did feel like a chase sequence that
I know
just
what you're
kept
saying,
going and
Jones.
going and going.
So not necessarily a resolution to the story so much, but a resolution to the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. I get what you're saying.
That that we it's like Candyland. We were almost there, just didn't get didn't get to that last square. Didn't get the win.
And never will.
And never will.
And
likely
never
ever.
will.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's interesting the concept of like narrative debt, or I don't know what you would call it, but just like the where you got the news, you know what happens, to that person who the TV show gets canceled or film, doesn't get a sequel or something like that, and that person kind of like holds the information hostage. It's just like there's 1 or 2 people that know.
Yeah.
It's such a dumb thing that for like all these people to be devoid of that information.
I like that. I like the phrase narrative debt.
Because I'm trying to think. I
makes me
had,
think
I had
of a
another
cat
classic
who is
example
wet.
in my head of just like, you're not getting it. Oh, Game of Thrones with the books. The fact that people are like so hurt that they're like, George R. R. Martin owes me this.
Yes.
And it's like, does he?
And
Like,
but
I
he
don't-
knows, and he has all the
I'm
things.
I'm still on the fence about that. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he does, but like when you break it down logically, it doesn't make any sense. We're just like,
I
he
just
can do
feel
whatever
like
he wants to.
when you say something's coming,
Yes.
you have a responsibility to deliver on it.
Yes.
Or at least say it way earlier on. Like, just flat out say it. Like, they should have said it a long time ago
Yeah.
instead of just being quiet about it.
That's
and
a
like,
really good point.
At the
That's
same
worth
time,
bringing up, Brad. Yeah.
non-apologetic too.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
just like,
They,
We got
they
Dota.
never really buried it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They, like,
just be like, just say something,
And still
man.
today,
They
Valve
won't say
won't.
it, yeah.
And that's why we think maybe Valve knew that he was going to leak this, and maybe they're okay with it because it is a way for them to say we're done, we're not doing it, without having to come out and say we're done, we're not doing it.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
It's a crazy situation.
It seems like a weird way to run your business.
It's such a, but as a business, they're doing very well.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah. You know what? Yes. They don't need. The truth is, they don't need Half-Life.
They don't need it.
They don't need a well-regarded little first-person shooter that's people adore.
That made them who they are.
Yeah. They don't need it. How crazy is
I
that?
wonder if they wrote a letter to Sony after that infamous press conference, and they're just like, "Look, we don't need this bad publicity."
Which
okay?
infamous
The
press
Last
conference?
Guardian, Shenmue, Final Fantasy VII remake, like all our dreams.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if Valve like wrote Sony a letter, and they're just like, "Look, I don't know what you're trying here, but we don't appreciate it.
We're not coming.
All eyes are on us, and it's not a good feeling."
Jones, I can't imagine though. I can't imagine the Half-Life. I don't think they would call it Episode 3. The Half-Life 3 trailer. I can't imagine what it is that makes people happy. I think just like everybody would be rolling their eyes the whole way through.
No, they don't have to show anything. Just show a logo.
no.
Logo
That's
would
it.
make people
That's
happy.
it.
I think you're right. What do you
Logo
got,
at the
Jones?
end. You gotta have G-Man.
Don't
talking the whole
show.
time.
okay.
G-Man.
Sure, you got to have G-Man in the background saying
G-Man,
something.
but remember when we got, was it the Halo 3 trailer? Yeah, remember at the beginning of Halo 3 where Cortana like was off? Where she was like, you're like, whoa, Cortana, what's wrong? And it's like, something's going on there. Like,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with her that she can't communicate with Master Chief. It'd be cool if like G-Man talked over it and was like pissed. It was like a different tone.
You see
of
some
G-Man.
emotion
like,
from him, that's cool.
Oh, like just sounded like, why can't we, like he, like part of it's garbled. You're like, what did he say there? I can't hear it. And then at the end, yeah, just
The
like,
dream- yeah.
the circle with the little 3 in the
Yeah.
corners.
My dream with that is
Explosions.
they just release it one day. Just shadow drop it. It's out.
Yeah.
Boom. Nothing. It's just there.
Yeah.
That'd be the best.
We know that dream is
And the least
far off,
likely. You
Brad.
found
The
that.
least
Yeah.
likely,
That's it.
but
Say
it
least.
would be the coolest thing they could do for that.
I agree.
Like, look, I'll be honest. When VR was becoming a thing, like a few years ago, like we were
Yes.
hearing rumbles about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe Valve is waiting for VR.
They're investing heavily.
And they're investing heavily.
Yes,
I'm like,
they got
maybe
their own
Episode
headset.
3 or Half-Life 3 or whatever will be VR focused.
Yes.
It's-
No.
No way, baby.
Honestly, I don't think that would make people. Wait, was that for me?
That's for you, baby.
You said no way. It was the last thing. Oh, okay. Okay.
I want Team Fortress 3
Jones is
more,
down
though.
to 2 chips. Let's cheer ourselves up. Let's talk about game announcements. We got some good news.
Yeah.
So, Sega had a press conference exclusively about Yakuza.
Cool.
This past week. Many Yakuza announcements. I don't know. Should we play Rank This? I don't know. We're not playing Rank This Significance. Yakuza Kiwami 2 was announced. So Yakuza Kiwami just came out in the US today. It is a remake, basically, of the first Yakuza, updating it into a current engine. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is the Yakuza 6 engine. so it's even better. I think Kiwami's based off the Yakuza 5 engine. Anyway, Yakuza Kiwami 2 off the 6 engine. That's coming out December 7th in Japan. But
It's awesome. It's great for fans. That's like,
Wow.
we've had 2 already this year.
yeah,
Wait, when is this coming out here?
we don't
We don't have a date in this year.
No U.S.
2
announcement.
games in a year is pretty crazy though.
That's crazy, dude. That's too much.
I think Yakuza 0 just skyrocketed that franchise. At least here,
Yeah,
it helped a ton.
yeah. I hope Kiwami
That's
does
great,
well.
dude.
It's
People
tough
love
to
those games.
get.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not much else to. Oh yeah, I do. Wait, I have a detail, Brad. It includes the Truth of Majima Goro campaign that lets you play as Majima Goro.
What's cool about it is though, because that was
Is that cool?
Sure. I don't know who he is yet though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very far in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh.
You're new to Yakuza 2. I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
I've Huber singing the praises about him ever since they came out. I always know about them, but I never played them. But what's cool about this is 1 and 2 are PS2 games. A little harder to get access to.
Yeah.
Now you can play on PS4.
Yeah.
Nice remake. It's pretty cool.
I ran that by Huber, and he says that's a good time to be Majima Goro.
Cool.
The Yakuza 2 is a
Cool.
good time to be that character. Look, a franchise that's
Is it
6
based on
deep-
Yakuza 2? Is that the thing? So
I
So
believe
yeah, it's
it
a
is,
remake
yeah.
of Yakuza 2. I'm sorry if I didn't
So
explain
they're just going right back through.
Yeah, they might do a Kiwami
Because
of every game. Yeah.
3's on PS3, so
Oh, okay.
maybe I mean
Nah, dude.
that'd be great if it
count
was.
on it. Count on Kiwami 3. At this point, that's a pattern. You
Or
can
they
count
could
on
just
it,
do
yeah.
like HD collections of those.
Yeah.
3, 4.
You're right. You can just up-res that element. Whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cooler still, a Fist of the North Star game by the Yakuza team, PlayStation 4, 2018. Fist of the North Star is an intense anime I've never watched. I only know the meme, You Are Already Dead. I had a Game Boy game that was impossible to play, super hard. But I just know it's this intense, very muscular dude just punching other more muscular dudes.
I've never seen it either.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've always known about it, but I just knew it was a
It's
dude
got a
punching
reputation,
stuff, and I was
right?
like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's got
Go
a
on.
reputation for what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a reputation for like being a cool anime.
Like super
right?
manly and
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
Yeah. It's cool to see the Yakuza team trying something like this. You see third-person brawling, but then you see silly stuff too. You see him as a bartender, mixing up drinks. You see him. There's a guy on a motorcycle. He just knocks him off with a steel beam. It just like it looks funny. It looks cool, and it's just an exciting project.
It was a cool trailer. I think.
Cool announcement. Yeah, really
That's
cool.
great, dude.
Yeah. Finally, last Yakuza announcement: Yakuza Online, a PC exclusive
Dude,
online
just
Yakuza
running
game.
wild.
Yeah.
The Yakuza,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. And that comes out this year on PC.
This is PC only.
That's PC only.
Interesting.
Yes. But they wanted to clarify to everyone that it's not the next Yakuza project, which is coming to consoles in 2018.
Do we know if this is coming to the West?
Online?
Yeah.
I doubt it. Dude.
I wonder if this is
No
another
confirmation.
Dragon's Dogma Online situation.
Yeah,
or
Dragon's
something.
Dogma, Dragon Quest.
Oh.
10 never came out. Yeah, dude, I bet there's no way Yakuza Online.
Oh man. Let me play your games, man.
How is Yakuza an online game though?
I don't know. Running around the streets punching dudes.
Yeah.
I wonder if like the mini games have leaderboards or something that you
Yeah.
can
Maybe it's
do,
like
or,
GTA Online. I don't know.
It's just weird to me to like what I think of Yakuza is one guy strutting down the street.
Yeah.
But now you could be like 3 guys
Thinking
strutting
of
down the
hundreds.
street.
No, I'm just thinking of hundreds of guys just all strutting down the
Well,
street.
what if it's just
Everyone's a tough
like
guy.
what if it's like a map and there's like 5 people in that map kind of thing like that?
Like GTA.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I meant.
All right, I get you.
Or there's like dojos, places you can go to fight. And
Yeah,
within
yeah.
those places, like
All right.
you have like 1v1 duels, or you can play like arcade machines against each other. or
Yeah, I don't
something.
think it's gonna be like World of Warcraft necessarily.
Cool. Okay. All right. Thanks for setting my expectations straight there. Yeah, those are the Yakuza announcements. We had a Square Enix announcement. And normally I'm not super stoked on remakes, but this one's pretty interesting for a couple of reasons. Secret of Mana.
Oh yeah, Secret Man of the cream of the crop, rising to the top.
Very good, Brad. Yeah. Do we say mana or mana? What kind of family are we?
I say Mana for this.
Damiani?
I say Mana.
Jones?
I now say Mana. Officially.
Okay, we're a mana family.
I've changed teams.
We're a mana family. Secret of Mana. Excuse me. That is coming out February 15th, 2018, in the U.S. even.
Yeah.
That is actually, we have that confirmed for the
Yeah.
U.S. So, Secret of Mana is a Super Nintendo game.
Hell yeah.
It's a franchise that has not been treated well over the years, I would say. And so it's pretty cool to see Square Enix go back and try to recreate this game. Now, don't think of it as Final Fantasy VII Remake. Don't think of it as that kind of update. We're still top down. We do have fully polygonal models for everybody, but and a lot of the style is retained too as well. So I think you could compare it closer to Lost Sphere.
Yes.
It looks like that kind of budget.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Totally.
Yeah. And so, it's not going to blow your mind with its visuals,
Right, yeah.
but it looks right.
It looks solid.
And it's on the Switch,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
And it's on
No, it's on the
not?
Switch.
It's
Oh, it's not?
coming to Switch.
You're
At least
right.
not yet.
Sorry, Jonesy.
What a burn.
It's not
Yeah.
coming to Switch, and it's not coming to Microsoft.
But it's coming to Vita.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And
No,
PS4.
we got Steam. It's coming to Steam.
Oh, it is too? Nice.
PC,
Yeah.
Steam,
Yeah.
or sorry, PC, PS4, and Vita.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's Sony and PC only.
So Microsoft Store is what you're going to
Yeah,
finish
like the
that
store,
sentence
Xbox, not coming. Yeah, it's not coming.
Okay.
Not available there.
with? Got you.
So it's another Sony console or Sony device exclusive and PC.
Yes. I think it's honestly, Damiani, I think it's one of those incidental exclusives. I don't
that-
think Sony paid a cent for it. You know what I mean? It's just like that's what makes
Yeah.
most sense for them. Right?
That's what I Am
with their budget.
Setsuna was like.
Yes. Yeah.
Except we didn't get the Vita version here. They have it in Japan, but we didn't get it.
Got it. But at least Lost Sphere is coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be unique, though, for a game to be remastered for a different console manufacturer.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
A game that was exclusive to a Nintendo system being remade not for a Nintendo
Yeah, I don't
system.
know why it's not on there. It's
Yeah,
weird.
Damiani, isn't Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo Classic?
Yes, it is.
Dang. That's a
Yeah,
snub. That's a
I was
snub.
getting confused a second. I thought I was caught up in those PS1 re-releases back in the late 90s, early 2000s, but I don't think it was.
In one of the Final Fantasy anthologies or something?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It was never put
I don't
on
think it was.
PlayStation. Because I was gonna say, I don't think so. Because I was gonna say, oh, that's an excuse for why they could have done it. But
Sure.
Nope.
Nah, just bad manners. Just putting the game on PlayStation 4, the leading platform. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, it's kind of cool. The way I explained it, I was asked for my opinion on this, and I'll throw this by the panel and see how you feel about it. I think Secret of Mana, this remake, was given the right budget. I think if you throw a Final Fantasy VII remake budget on this,
yeah.
you're overspending.
Yeah.
Is how I feel about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's appropriate for what it is.
I mean, Damiani, are you disappointed with the visuals?
No. And honestly, I kind of wish they just. I know they need the spectacle of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but for like 10 years ago, or whenever it was in the mid 2000s, when PlayStation, there's like articles in EGM that used to tease that, hey, they might be remaking the PS1 Final Fantasies for PlayStation 2. And I was like, oh, cool. They're just going to make them look like Final Fantasy X style.
Hold on, put me in a year. I don't know when I'm thinking of this rumors being
This is like
true.
the PSP era?
No,
Because they
this
did
was
that.
This was PS2 era. It was before PSP. So it was like
Somebody said they're remaking Final Fantasy VII back in the PS2.
it was,
no,
like,
he-
it was like a
he said
GameSpot.
one.
GameSpot was so Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9
Oh.
were rumored to be possibly or being considered by Square Enix for a PS2 style remake, but PS2 because it was the current system.
Yeah.
So basically, it was just like, hey, Final Fantasy X, what they did with that, they're gonna go back and reuse like realistic proportions and stuff, and go back and redo those games. Never happened, and I think that was kind of like the genesis for the Final Fantasy VII remake conspiracies and crazy theories. Like, oh,
Dude, I think the PlayStation 3
That's-
reveal
yeah, that's what I
was
thought.
oh,
the
that started
genesis.
before that, but then
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 came around and they
Yeah.
did the tech demo, and everyone
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, there!" Like even when that happened, I was like, "That's that PS2 remake they were like rumored about." Now
Dude,
it's happening on PS3.
If we had podcasts back then, if I had a show, I would be so mean to them for like, why would you tease that? Why would you show everybody Final Fantasy VII running?
That's
on
like
PS3?
having a Half-Life Episode 3
Yeah.
tech demo.
Yeah, that was so wrong. That
we're
was
just putting
so
out a new
wrong.
Half-Life tech demo, not
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
you anything.
Yeah. Nah, that wasn't real.
Anyway,
Okay.
So the context, I always wanted Final Fantasy VII just to be updated. I didn't want this grand remake like they're doing with it right now. I just wanted, hey, maybe the pre-rendered backgrounds become 3D environments, but it's still, the characters still look roughly the same. They just maybe up their polygon count just a little bit.
Sure.
And, make it fill out the 69 screen, and we're in business. It's like, or even just take the pre-rendered backgrounds, make them 69, redraw them or something, and touch up the character models just a little bit, so they're not so like Lego looking and a little nicer. Maybe like World of Final Fantasy even.
Oh, okay.
Like because they're chibi.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but-
something to clean it up a little bit with the arts all
And
there.
Secret of Mana does that.
And yeah,
Secret of Mana is basically
but
your wish.
this is perfect. So
Yeah.
yeah, what they're doing is, so when that announcement happened for Secret
Yeah.
of Mana, I basically tweeted out, said like, this is all I ever wanted for Final Fantasy VII. was this type of update to the game.
Not me,
like,
baby.
But that's if I wanted to stay 1-to-1.
You know, I don't like that tweet, Damiani. It's like adding something negative. It's like
Backhand.
you're saying something nice about Secret of Mana, but you're still saying something mean about Final Fantasy VII.
That's if they remade or redid Final Fantasy VII and tried to make it a 1-to-1 conversion.
Yeah.
Like everything's going to stay in as is.
Right.
Obviously, the new remake is not doing that anymore. It's doing its own thing. So that's a whole different story.
I would argue that they're doing the right thing with the Final Fantasy VII budget. I think with the expectations of what that game should be and where it should be, I think they're spending the right amount of money.
It's something I would say it's expected, but I think everything they're doing is just setting themselves up for this Final Fantasy VII Remake. Watch, it will go down as being another argument for Valve to be like, yeah, we're never doing Half-Life 3. You see what happened with that Final Fantasy VII Remake they did? Yeah, no. There's no way you can live up to expectations after this many years.
Look what happened.
Just,
Look at
nope,
this.
we're not doing this.
You all hear that? That sounds like this podcast halftime.
The following are the official sponsors of Easy Allies for the month of August. El Thanis, Mango, Hogue Law, business law firm. Whether you're starting a business at level 1, stuck fighting the dreaded fundraising boss, or finally cashing out with a well-earned high score, you need a good business lawyer at your side. Rick Hogue started Hogue Law to bring more than a decade of experience to companies like yours and is proud to support the Allies. Check him out at www.hoaglaw.com. Scorn, an atmospheric horror adventure developed by Ebb Software, set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. Go to scorn-game.com for more information. iKeyless. Need a new car key or remote? iKeyless.com has been in the key replacement business since 2002. Check them out today and they can help save you up to 75% off of the dealership's prices. If you type in offer code EASY-A at checkout, you'll get 15% off of your order. Michael Kozachenko, who is producing video game long-form reviews on YouTube at youtube.com/MishaKoz. Iron Harvest, a real-time strategy game for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, currently in development at King Art Games. Join their community and help them bring the alternate reality of 1920 plus to life. Jojo Dent Co., your friendly automotive dent repair expert. If you're currently an Easy A patron and are in the Denver metropolitan area, tweet at FastMower if you'd like to have your minor door dings repaired free of charge. All of these links are available in the description. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you.
I have sponsor announcements to make. One, Scorn has started a Kickstarter. So they're I believe it's gonna be episodic. And they said they're done with part 1, and they're not totally satisfied. They're like, we want to invest more into this, and we think it's worth it. And so they're like, we want to get a demo out there. We want to show you more of the game, so we don't just want to throw up the Kickstarter and just kind of pause development. So you'll be hearing more about Scorn coming out soon. But
Gotta be a new trailer, right?
I think it's incoming. I don't know if they put one up with the Kickstarter.
Okay.
I just found this out recently. This was this week. So I invite you to go check out on their website. Go check out the Kickstarter information if you would like to make sure to get behind those somber tapestries and make sure they happen. And we will be having a sponsor that will be not continuing with us into September. And I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Michael Kozachenko, who has been a dedicated sponsor of the Easy Allies podcast since day one. Thank you, Mr. Kozachenko. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Making those long-term reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Long form, excuse me.
And yeah, as you just said, from day one, I think our first podcast, we had my Kozachenko in podcast halftime. Good run.
Sticking around as a patron, still a loyal patron, still supporting us a great deal.
Yeah.
But no longer specifically sponsoring the podcast.
Cool.
Thank you, sponsors.
I got a new segment for everyone. Brad loves new segments. He said, can you get me a new segment when he sat down in the chair?
I got the segment I wanted. It's what's in Damiani's cup.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good segment. This segment is called Strictly Business.
Okay.
Wow, the smile that disappeared from Jones's face. So, Jones, I'm sorry to get you unexcited, but Strictly Business is kind of that. It's kind of handling the headlines that aren't necessarily exciting, but there's still things that are happening in the world of video games.
Don't worry about it, baby.
You sicken me.
There it is.
This week, Microsoft officially discontinued the regular version of the Xbox One. So currently there are now only Xbox One S, the 500 gig and the 1 terabyte versions, and the Xbox One X. That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
We knew that, kind of, right?
Yeah.
They said they were going to do this.
Yeah.
Because when they touted the S that way, where they were like, "This get to know this as the new."
Yeah,
Xbox
they just have
One.
more
Like, that's your
efficient
base
model now.
Last fall they were selling both, but it's really just buy the S, everybody. That's kind of how it was. And so, yeah, it's gone. Kind of weird, though. I mean, that's it.
So long, OG.
When did they
Xbox.
stop? Did they stop
Yeah.
selling Connects a while ago, or did they still do it
So you
for a while?
can buy them online for a while afterward, but
Okay.
yeah, they took them out of the box.
Because when I
a long
bought
time
mine,
ago.
they didn't have one in
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And even with the S, you can buy a converter to
Oh, and I
hook up
totally missed the
converter to your
details.
S.
This
Yeah.
is so sad because this is one of like the major things I'm excited about from their last press conference. But I totally missed the details of the Kinect games not Kinect coming to Xbox One.
Yes.
That's happening, right? There were games that were on Kinect that they are bringing to the Xbox One without weird motion controls,
So
Disney
both.
one.
including that dope Disneyland game.
If you have a Kinect, it'll still work with that dope Disney.
Okay, but if you don't,
Yep.
hear me out, baby. If you don't, you just got the analog sticks and you can do it that way. That is happening,
Yes.
right? Okay, I didn't dream that.
Man.
Somebody said that like in passing, and I was like, wait, what?
That sounds so awesome. You know, if only another company would do that with some motion-based games. Just
Yeah.
release versions that didn't have the motion controls.
Yeah,
Right,
Skyward
just
Sword.
later.
It
If
was
we
so
want to
nice.
check it out.
It was
Yeah.
so nice.
You know, I'd love
You know?
So
Skyward Sword.
generous.
Jones, here's the thing: is that I've never heard anyone refer to it as that dope Disneyland game.
I
You're
haven't
gonna
either.
play it.
I was surprised.
You're gonna play it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the only time realistically in 3 dimensions they've recreated that park, which I think they should do more than
often.
once. You know,
Absolutely.
like I think that game would do well. Like, there's also you can make a platformer in that park.
outdated
You
now,
can make a
Jones.
theme park builder. They have a mobile game where out there you're building theme parks, and I was like, no, it doesn't satisfy
Not the same.
the urge.
So, just to be clear to everyone, yeah, that was announced at Gamescom. 3 family games. They wanted to bring in some family games to their lineup, and so instead of making new ones, they looked at the old ones. What was it? It was Pixar Rush. We got some more raised eyebrows from Jones. He's in
Dope
for
Disney
Rush.
game.
That dope Disneyland game, and also Zoo Tycoon,
Oh.
which I think was one of the
Was that
first
the one with
Xbox
Skittles?
One games they
I
showed
own
off.
Super
Yeah,
Tycoon. I think.
yeah,
for the
yeah,
Xbox
it's
One.
Skittles. Yeah.
No, was that
Connectimals?
Connectimals.
Was that
I thought
real? Was that a real thing?
Skittles.
You're
Connectimals?
so right. Connectimals is
Yeah,
that's
Connectimals was
360.
Skittles.
Yeah, Skittles is a 360 game. You're right.
Know your meme.
No, your memes. Zoo Tycoon, I think, was one of the first Xbox One games.
I'm trying to remember when I'm like, I've played Zoo Tycoon, and that's because we did the 12-hour,
Launch
6
marathon.
or 12-hour launch marathon of the
Yeah,
Xbox One,
those
and I
were
remember
fun.
that was at like the bottom of the stack.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to Zoo Tycoon.
funny.
Though Zoo Tycoon went on to Planet Coaster and is now working on that cool Jurassic World.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you know,
Nice job.
Genesis.
yeah, you can get it. You can get anywhere from anywhere. You know,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Do your job good.
Yeah, do your job good, as Brad says.
Do a good job.
More strict business. Look, it's strictly business. Miiverse is canceled. It is
Yeah.
ending November 8th. On the Wii U, you will no longer be able to use Miiverse. No TV. By the way, that's TV with 2 eyes.
Dude, I forgot you could watch TV on that. Oh my god.
And no Wii U chat.
What? I didn't even know that existed until today.
I did it once with my
Now-
friends. That's the voice chat where you can like draw on each other and stuff.
Did they clarify, because Blood pointed it out, that it says only for Japan right now that they're shutting it down.
Oh.
Though that
No, dude.
announcement,
I think the post I saw was on NOA.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say anyway, like what Japan does, it's gonna follow suit. Like
Yeah,
if it's
yeah, there you
canceled there, it's getting canceled everywhere.
Yes.
But
So Miiverse is gone, which is on Wii U, and it's on 3DS, right?
yeah, it's on 3DS, so
Yeah,
it's
the
now
content
going to
on
be
3DS
on
as well,
3DS.
So they must not be popular at all then.
I think
Or
it's
not popular enough.
I think it's not popular on 3DS, and as you're right, the word is enough. I think it is popular on Wii U.
Some of it was popular enough that they worked it into Splatoon 2, like the drawing stuff and sharing
Yeah.
that
So
stuff.
explain to the audience what the implementation is in Splatoon 2.
I don't know exactly.
You draw with your finger. It sucks, dude.
Oh, so don't you can't? Oh, because there's no stylus.
Yeah, there's no stylus. You draw with your finger.
You
I think
basically
you
can
buy
create
some, but-
like art or drawing messages that you could share with people in that like
Yeah.
area. I forget what it's called.
The plaza.
Yeah. And you just walk by and it's basically just Miiverse again. Like you just
Yeah.
walk by, the messages are popping up, so you can see that.
On billboards and speech bubbles above the
Yeah.
heads and all over. It's kind of cool.
But it's just self-contained to the game. It's not like you're using a Nintendo account or something to create those messages. It's isolated.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do that for more games than now. just self-contained.
Though I think, Damiani, I think you have to actually post it to some real-life social media for it to actually host the image.
Oh, really?
Like, I think you have to tweet it out, and then that tweet is brought into...
Oh.
I'm not sure how Splatoon 2
That's
works,
kinda
to be
lame.
honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't actually do it. I just
Yeah.
seen videos of the comments being shown.
Yeah,
so.
I think basically you, from your own account, tweet out that image that is uploaded into Splatoon 2. It appears above speech bubbles. Yeah, so Miiverse is really, that's the big bummer there. I'm thinking of Mario Maker and how crucial it was.
You're right.
You could leave messages of feedback. You can leave messages with hints and things like that throughout the entire levels. Mario Maker is going to be bad now.
Oh, because don't worry, it's coming to Switch. It'll have in-game comment functionality as well.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all part of the master plan.
It's going to, Mario Maker will be worse on Switch.
How will it be worse on Switch?
Because with the Wii U, you could use your tablet and the TV screen at the same time, and with the Switch, you can't.
The Switch is touchscreen. The game just come with a stylus.
If the game comes with a stylus, I'm a little happy. I'm a little happy with that, Damiani.
That would be interesting.
Nintendo, you owe me a lot of money for solving your problem right there.
That's that. Did you just solve their problem for them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Damiani, it's honestly a legit good idea. Yeah, I just liked being able to design on the tablet and then look up on the TV and play my level.
yeah,
it was just nice to bounce back and forth quickly.
That's going to be a little weird.
Yeah. Brad, is there anything you were going to be sad about if Miiverse goes away? Or is it,
My
is it
only
time to go?
memory of Miiverse is when the Wii U first came out, the new Super Mario Brothers on it. Mm-hmm. You could leave like messages by levels, I believe.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing some guy's message. It just said, "This level is hard," and that was it. And that's just like, oh,
That's your impression.
That's
That's your-
my memory.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And like weird drawings that probably someone spent a long time on.
I
in,
love
like,
the weird
lobby.
drawings.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was worth it for them.
Damiani, sounds like you just heard of something, remembered something.
The Wind Waker HD is going to be screwed now. You can't do the Tingle bottles anymore. That's
Nope.
exclusively done through Miiverse.
Yep, gone.
Goodbye, game.
Goodbye, game.
Oh, that was like one of the best features. And that's for people who care about making the statues. Like if there were multiple permanently missable ones in a playthrough.
No way, really?
You'd have to start a new playthrough or like beat the game, start the New Game Plus file again to get them.
Oh, that's how it used to work.
But there would be points of no return. Not that you didn't have to play to the next file or the New Game Plus. You just outright missed them after certain things happen in the game. But the workaround was, post on like GameFAQs or Miiverse saying, "Hey, I really need a picture of this."
Yeah, yeah.
And someone just put it out there, and you just keep spamming the bottles. And eventually, you get that person's message. "Thank you so much. You gave me the one I missed and stuff." One's gonna make you could still do that side quest completely on your own with the pictograph, but it's gonna be infinitely more annoying without the Miiverse, the Tingle.
In the GameCube
bottles.
version, collecting 100% pictographs sucked.
Oh yeah,
And
it was terrible.
Don't worry, they got a Switch port coming.
Yeah, they got a Switch port coming. Don't worry, Jones.
So yeah.
Are you sad about this, or is it the right
Oh
thing
no,
to
this
do
is
right now?
Nintendo. This is I'm used to this by now.
It's just business.
Yeah,
Which
strictly business.
Just
Fortunately
business.
means I'm very reticent to sign up for anything new that they announce, because I know it's going to last for the life of the console and then go away. So I'm not going to I got to get another username and password for email address for some of the Nintendo thing.
Yeah, with what they're doing with Miiverse, I almost think Nintendo's going in reverse.
Wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
it's now time for Love and Respect.
Please.
Love and respect.
Okay, Kyle.
Okay.
What did we do?
All right. I want to play a game. This is a fun game. This is a silly game. I want to play this. Who's played new Sonic at the table?
You mean Sonic Mania?
Yeah.
I've played a bit of it.
There's Sonic Forces as well.
I've played that too. I
I know. That's why I'm asking him to clarify.
Yeah. I mean Sonic Mania. Yeah. Jones, you hate Sonic. We get it.
Oh, jeez.
This is a fun game. Okay, this comes from Johan Lindberg. Hello, allies. I have a game for you regarding zones or levels from the Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Oof.
Sonic Mania has been out on consoles for a couple of weeks now and is out on PC this week. For listeners, viewers, there will be no spoilers for zones from Sonic Mania. Thank you. I have seen people playing the game on Twitch and YouTube, and some of them don't recognize or remember some of the old zones, mistaking them for being new. So I thought it'd be fun to make a game out of this. By the way, I'm one of those people for sure. Guess if the zones I list are from a real Sonic game or if I made them up and they are fake.
Cool.
Answer with real or fake. 1 point
Remake.
for a right answer. 2 points if the contenders also can name the game. The zones come from.
Oh.
Love and respect from Sweden.
Oof.
Okay.
Not too familiar with a lot of those zones anymore.
Yeah, here we go. Mystic Haunt.
Mystic Haunt?
Yes.
Not real.
Yes, Sega CD.
Fake.
It's real, but Sonic Rivals 2.
Okay.
It's a point
Sonic
for Damiani.
Rivals, come
Yeah.
on, man. You guys remember Sonic R?
Yep.
Never played Sonic R.
Woof.
Dude, Brad, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, like my own relationship with Sonic. It's like I've never played Sonic games.
Really?
Up until like college.
You didn't have a Genesis growing up or anything?
No
Sonic-
Genesis.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sonic R's has the Tails doll myth.
What is the Tails doll myth?
Is this a sleuth right now?
Yeah, are you sleuthing?
Save it.
Is this so? This isn't. You haven't made an episode about this before? The Tails doll myth.
Save it.
Save it. Okay.
Wow.
Just save it. Radical Street.
Radicals, that sounds real. That's like Sonic Adventure 2 stuff.
Damiani?
No, that's fake.
Da!
It's fake.
Damn it. I don't know anything about
I like how you
Sonic
said
anymore.
"da" because he just like knew Damiani was right somehow.
Yeah.
That's funny. Emerald Road.
Oh.
Emerald Road? Man, emeralds are like totally commonplace.
True.
Man, I'm just gonna say it's real.
Damiani. Jones.
Fake.
It is fake. That's a point for Jones.
Dude.
You got it.
Damiani, if you
I was gonna say
if
real.
you don't answer, you don't get a
yeah,
point.
no, I know.
Okay.
I was
all
gonna
right.
lean towards real.
Sweet Mountain.
Oh, that's Sonic Color or something. Yes, right. Anyway, keep going.
Yes, it's real.
Sure, I'll go with that.
Yeah, all right. That's a point for everyone. Damiani, you get 2. That is Sonic
Wow,
Colors.
nice.
Yeah,
I didn't
well
even
done.
play that game. Is that the Wii game?
Yeah,
right?
how'd you remember a Sonic Colors level, man?
What?
How'd you remember
So I
that?
reviewed it.
All right.
Uh,
Well done. I would not retain any of these names. That was really good, dude. Wacky Workbench.
Wacky
Oh.
Workbench? No.
Isn't that a mean bean machine?
Yeah, I say fake.
Fake.
Damiani?
Say it one more time. The title.
Wacky Workbench.
I'll say yes. I'll be different.
It's that's from Sonic CD. That's Wacky
Oh
Workbench.
yeah, that's where it's from.
Wacky Workbench! Wacky Workbench!
That's a big workbench. That's a whole
God.
Brad's going.
It's a big workbench.
Oh,
Iron Island.
Game of Thrones.
just gonna say.
God, what a bunch of geeks.
I'll stay by that.
No.
I'll lose a point.
No,
for
I think
that.
I say fake. I think
say fake.
I think
That's fake,
that's
that's
a Geoteeth troll. Thanks for
Point
that.
for everybody.
Iron Island.
Is that a PBT thing?
GOT.
Okay.
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Radical Highway.
Oh yes.
That's Sonic 2, right? Sonic Adventure 2?
Jones?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And give 2 points to Brad.
Yeah. That's where he's like, oh man, what
Yeah.
a weird.
I couldn't remember which one it was.
Is that the one that goes downhill?
Like the semi trucks coming at you.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's City Escape.
Sky Pyramid.
Sky
Sky
Pyramid?
Pyramid
Yeah,
song,
Sonic
yes.
Adventure?
Yeah.
No.
Is this no for the game?
It sounds like some Knuckles level from Sonic Adventure where he's flying around.
Everyone was so short.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sky Pyramid. I can think of it.
Yeah.
Because you can think of
It
Sky
sounds like
Pyramid.
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, so
No, I thought it was from
That's so funny.
from Sonic and Knuckles, but I was wrong.
Okay, here we go.
If they
That's
bust out
Angel-
like Sonic and the
Sky
Black
Angel
Knight
Zone or
references, I'm
whatever.
gonna be very upset.
I'm looking forward. No Sonic and the Black Knight. You're clear.
Okay.
Okay, good. Phew.
Panic Puppet.
I mean, if Workbench could be something, sure, why not? Yes.
Panic Puppet. I've.
Damiani?
I'll go with no. I don't know. That
I like
one.
it.
I don't
yeah.
know that one.
I vote yes.
It is real.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is from Sonic CD.
Sonic CD.
That's the
Re-
one
Sonic
I know the
3D.
least. 3D.
Sonic 3D. What is
Oh.
Sonic 3D? What is that?
Isn't that one that, like almost didn't come out?
yeah.
I have
Weird.
no idea.
Counts. We're
I
counting.
mean, I know it is. I don't know its status.
Okay.
I forget. I've watched videos. It's-
Urban Sanctuary.
Shit.
Man, that sounds so generic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Urban Sanctuary?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's like a Shadow the Hedgehog level.
Damiani?
I'll go with yes. No, it's not.
That's fake.
Ah.
Well done.
Greenhill.exe.
Greenhill.exe.
Oh, that's the.
That's like a cut level or something. I'm just saying.
No.
Whoa.
I'm trying to think of the name of the game.
Yes, then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think yes. That seems too bizarre. To
It's
be
not
fake.
real. It's not real.
Damn. Douglas trolling. He's trolling.
Really good trolling
You
here.
gotta stop falling for this. Don't lose.
What? He knows. He knew Sonic Colors levels.
That's such
know.
a good one.
He
I was
had
like,
the one.
sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
That was like that's good.
That's like
bait.
some game sleuth knowledge right there.
Yeah. You hear
Dot
.exe,
.exe.
and you're like, no.
That has to be like a
no.
debug level or
Yeah.
something.
All right,
Yeah,
I won't
that's
do
good.
that. I won't do it again. That was too mean.
Well done, Johan. Okay. Marble Garden.
Yes, Sonic 2. Right?
Damiani?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sonic 3.
Damn it.
I'll get a point.
Oh,
I'll
we'll
give
get
you all a
points
point.
next.
I knew it was one of those.
Yeah. Tropical plant.
No.
Tropical plant?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's just dumb enough to be a world. I'm going to say yes.
Damiani. Time's up.
Yes.
It's fake.
Oh, I thought it'd be like with workbench and puppet or whatever it was.
Yeah. Because chemical
Yeah.
plant.
Also,
chemical
I'm
plants
trying to
sounds
think of
real,
like
yeah.
some of the 3D ones I haven't played,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know.
By the way, with that, Jones just caught up.
Nice, Jones.
Current score 8-8. Brad, you're at 6. Yeah. It's very, very close.
All right.
Radical Train.
Radical Train?
Brad, you don't always have to go first, by the way. I feel like you're getting shortchanged there.
No.
Yes, and one of the Game Boy Advance ones I can't remember.
Yeah, Sonic would use Radical.
Radical Train is real.
Yes.
It's from Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Okay.
Woof.
Yeah.
I Puzz your girlfriend.
Amazing Arena.
No.
Negative. I don't know that one.
I'm going to say yes, it's from like Sonic R.
It's from Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh, I don't know
That's
that.
a point, though, Brad.
I
That's a
don't
point,
know
dude.
that one at all. Wow.
Knuckles.
That's a game?
Knuckles Chaotix
Yeah,
is
it's a real
how
game.
What's
familiar
that?
with
What
that.
is that on?
I don't like to do this because I get so many corrections. Remember when we were talking about that gator, and it was like, don't give me corrections. Plenty of people still did. Like, we know. I think the gator is from Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh. Okay.
That's a 2D Knuckles game.
Is it like the ridiculous, stupid friends that came in the later games?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They were birthed in the world of Chaotix.
Okay.
With an X. Mad Matrix.
Yes, Sonic CD.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Sonic CD.
That's not right. That's not right. No. You all get a point. You all get a point. It is correct. Well, it's from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh.
But I don't like the way you're all playing. I don't like it.
What? This is so good.
Panic Island.
No.
No.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Panic Island is fake.
Yeah!
You know what that means? We are all tied up now.
Woo!
10 each.
How many worlds are this?
Okay, yeah. Well,
Sure.
Good lord.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Oh.
Dumbass
You
not
can
having it.
dispute. You can file a dispute, but I have you counted as 10 each. We'll do 3 more. Sorry, we'll do 2 more.
Jeez. How many?
Are there more than that?
No,
in
we'll do
there?
2 more. We'll do 2 more.
Jeez,
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
Chaos Trail.
Yes, because the other one close to that was no. Or Emerald Road was fake.
Sure. I'll buy into Chaos Trail.
Yeah. It's like a space level.
Damiani.
Oh, no.
That's a pass. Chaos Trail is fake. 0 points.
Ooh.
Finally.
Well, Damiani said no.
Said I don't know. No.
Yeah.
No.
I said no. I don't know
You
the
ran out
game.
of time, dude. I'm not accepting that answer.
Okay, McCheat.
We're accepting that answer?
Okay, McCheater.
You're
All
the
right.
judge.
Okay.
I don't know what the game's from, but I said no because I'm like, nope. I
No.
don't know the
You
game.
did not say no definitively. You waited 3 seconds and you're like,
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
I wasn't
know.
sure, so
You
I
said,
guess
I don't
no.
know. I heard I don't know.
You also
Check the
didn't call
tape.
time, Kyle, so you
Okay. All right.
you didn't buzz him.
We're going to
Weird
give Damiani a point.
McCheat over
All
here.
right, we'll give it Damiani. You got your point.
McCheat.
Finally. Dragon Road.
Dude, enough with the roads,
Dragon
man.
Road? What?
Yes, this better be real.
No.
Let's go. Yes, and it's one of the racing games.
Sonic R.
It is real. It's from Sonic Unleashed.
Okay, whatever.
Is that the Werehog one? Yeah.
Damiani wins. That was the Werehog one.
Freaking 3D Sonics. Who knows anything about them? No one plays them.
It's a fun level, dude. That's a fun
No one
game.
plays them.
Okay, let's do another one. Let's do... Y'all want to talk about music? That'd be fun.
No,
Okay.
Lost World.
What's up?
There's no Sonic Lost World ones.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game.
Greetings from Hollywood, allies.
Oh.
I would like to ask each panelist just how important they feel music is to a game. The key word is how. Sure, we love game music, but is it important? How much could this affect the score of a game on your 10-point star scale? Could a 5-star game lose points for mediocre music? Could a bad game gain points for great music? Just how important is it really? Secondly, what are some of your favorite personal favorite mediocre games with great music? Love and respect, Henry, aka Stealthy Lasagna. How important is music? Does that affect a game score?
Speaking from experience,
Yeah.
The honest answer, I realize it's not actually the fairest answer. More often than not, it's a reason. Music will be a reason to knock down a score slightly. I can't remember a specific instance of it being a quote unquote near perfect score, and it was the music that actually held it back. I don't remember anything like that, but I do know there's times when like I didn't like the music, and I'm like, you're getting docked a little bit for this. Whereas if a
Do you remember specific times?
if you give me enough time, I can think. I just don't want to waste time.
Sure.
Dead time. But on the flip side, here's the important part.
Yeah.
I bought into the mentality that if a game is really bad, it's trash. Who cares if one part of the game is like golden? Like if it's not related to the gameplay or design. Like it has nothing to the game is trash, like the actual game experience, but it has like the greatest soundtrack ever. It's like you should have just made a soundtrack. Like why'd you make the game?
A 2-star game with a great soundtrack is still a 2-star game.
Like more often than not, I was I guess coached and pretty much told like who don't waste your time bringing up a positive if the thing's already like a flaming pile of trash. Like,
sure.
It's no one cares. Like, oh, it's a really terrible game. Amazing soundtrack, everybody. Cool. Like, go check it out because of the soundtrack's like, yeah, no. So it would not really bump up a score. So bad music would sometimes knock down a score, but I don't remember times when a stellar soundtrack for a really bad, like talking low score game, like really low, would bump it up to like an average, like a 5 or whatever.
Jones, would you ever bump a 1/2 star for a great soundtrack?
I think I would be more likely to go up for music than down.
So you're the opposite of Damiani.
Because to me, like when a score is bad, it's not like grating. Like I tend to get more upset with like repetitive like dialogue and sound effects. But if it's just kind of like some forgettable track in the background, then I'm like, you're not getting anywhere with me. But it's just not having an effect. It's going in one ear and it's going out the other. I'm just not. It's there. I'm present in the world, but it's not never that jarring for me. If something that have to be like weird dissonant, like crazy clown noise music for me to be like, whoa, like turning this off.
Yeah.
It's usually dialogue that for me I'm like, oh, stop talking. Like that's the stuff that'll get me.
Dialogue can
get me going.
absolutely affect a review.
Or just even repetitive dialogue.
Yeah. Brad, where do you stand on this?
With music and games?
Yeah. And critique of games in particular.
So it depends on the game. Like sometimes music is not as important as in other games. Like for example, you can play a lot of Souls games without music because there isn't any. Like it matters in boss fights kind of, but a lot of the game none of that.
Yeah.
For some games, I feel like it'd be super important. Like if you're playing maybe a Final Fantasy game, it's no music, it's not the same,
Yeah.
It's like it's the heart and the soul of like you need those two together. It's a case by case basis for me.
Yeah.
Like I would mark music down maybe if there was like one song or 2 songs in the whole game and just looped and looped and looped and looped or something like that where it actively drove me insane.
Yeah.
I think I'd knock it down.
For sure.
I've always been really impressed with MMO scores because it's like there are some tracks from like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 11 that I must have listened to continually for 8 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Just like that same song over and over. And like you could put on like the Chains of Prometheus soundtrack and I'd be like, yeah. Like I'd have like happy memories.
Sorry,
of
what
those
is
zones.
Chains of
It's
Prometheus?
the first
Expansion.
the second actually expansion to
To
Final Fantasy
the
11.
first one we got.
Oh, okay.
Like there are definitely some areas that like I stayed in forever, but I'd be like, oh yeah, that's just burned into my memory. But I never got sick of it. I was never like like angry or frustrated. I'm a big fan of menu scores. Like to me, that's where you can really resonate with me. Where like if I'm getting ready to play and I'm like, okay, I'm checking my email, let me just turn on the PlayStation 4 and boot the game up, and I'm doing something else, and if like, oh yeah, that menu theme, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get back into this game. Like Symphony of the Night is still, I think that's the best piece of music from that entire
Prayer?
score. Yeah, just that,
Well,
How's it go?
It's from it was in Rondo of Blood first.
And it's just
We've
that.
already
Like,
changed.
yeah.
It sets vibes. Kind
But
of
yeah,
really
it definitely does.
Crystal theme in a
I
Final
had
Fantasy
never
game.
heard a video
is.
game.
Yeah.
I'd stopped
It is.
dead in my tracks. Chill went up my spine when I first heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
"Is that coming from the PlayStation?"
Yeah,
Like,
it's really good.
my buddy was like, "Yeah,
It's really good.
This game is so good."
Halo 2. That
Sure.
title screen. You're just hearing that music. Yeah, I get it, dude. I
Yeah.
can totally see how that can be like what defines a game almost is its menu music. And I
It's
don't
funny.
think
It's
about it
funny
too
you bring
much.
up Halo 2. I remember going through Halo 2 and not really hearing the main theme, and I'm like crazy with themes. Like,
Yeah.
if you can do that, if you can hold on a theme and then like drop it in a scene like really quietly in the background, like I notice that kind of stuff. Like I've like it really gets me going.
Ooh,
But
Smash Bros. Oh, la, la, la.
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah.
the menus, dude. Heck yes. Heck yeah. That's some good. Yeah, yeah.
I like
Mario
the Mega Man music's always really good in the menus and stuff like that.
But I remember not hearing the main in
Yeah.
Halo the whole time I was playing Halo 2 for like almost like half of the game. I was like, oh, that's really kind of cool that they haven't like leaned on that theme a lot.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard it, I was trying to get past this one area, and I just happened to throw like the right grenade and like cleared out this whole troop that had a tank in that area, and I hopped in the tank and they played the theme, and I was like, yeah. And I remember like rolling into the next camp and just bombing everything and being like, there's just nothing like when that matches,
Yeah,
like, when those
totally.
things hit. Yeah.
The weird thing is, I think music is so important for video games. Absolutely. Like we just said, and the feelings that we have with video games. The weird thing is, it's just factually inessential. You can absolutely play through a video game. You can get through it with zero music, with zero audio. And so it is so weird in that.
I mean, you could do it,
Yeah.
but it might not be as good of an experience.
You could also make a good game with bad graphics or,
Yeah.
or like visuals. It's not really
Yeah.
important. It's the gameplay that really sells it.
Yeah.
But it's
games
like,
you can't get
the visuals are still.
Yeah, it's just it could be used
An
as a
asset.
tool to strengthen
yeah.
what you have there already.
Damiani, what game can you not get through without
There's
music?
got to be a rhythm-based game where
Oh,
the
come on, man. Of
on-screen
course,
cues
of course,
aren't
man.
enough.
Yeah. Because like if we're talking about like a review for a music game, for a rhythm game, absolutely the music matters.
Yeah.
You would absolutely change your score based off how much you like those
Doesn't
songs.
Crypt of the Necrodancer also heavily rely on the music?
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
Crypt of the Necrodancer,
yeah.
if you're not into those tunes, which are great, by the
Some
way.
yeah.
bad music in games.
Yeah.
Lego Dimensions.
Ooh.
Every time Superman flies, every single time he flies, it's the main dun, 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 and like
That sounds great, Jones.
I love that theme.
Yeah.
I love John Williams more than anybody. But every time,
It's not
I
MMO
land,
music,
like,
right?
I pick up an item and it's dun, 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 dun. It's like, oh come on, it's the
can't-
same part of the same track every time.
Yeah.
I remember actually being really pissed. They did the flip with Batman, but I remember getting Lego Batman when Batman got his own game and they made a Lego Batman game, and I played it and it was just the Elfman '89 score again and again and again and just on loop.
Which sucks because it's
Like
so
one
good.
track from that
It's
would
so
be in
good.
like 8 scenes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's so lazy, man. Come
Yeah.
on, you couldn't even get returns and just slip some of that in or something. Like it's like nope, just the '89
And they
track.
thought we would love it. Is the thing. Is
So
they
like
probably
this
thought they were
sequence,
gonna
and it's like I can see Jack. I know what Jack Nicholson's doing in this exact moment right now. Like
Let's do the second part of the question. What are some mediocre games that we can think of where we love that soundtrack?
I got one.
What you got?
Don't murder me, everyone watching right now, okay?
Don't murder Brad.
Don't murder me. I'm gonna say one,
Okay.
and it's the original Nier.
Sure.
I think the original Nier is
Oh, yeah.
not a great game. It's okay.
Yeah.
But the music in that game is fantastic.
Cool. That's a good pick.
It's an extremely good pick, yes.
Do either of you have one, Damiani or Jones? So this was not a thing I was aware of until Boston v. Wozniak, a stream I used to do, where people would send music to play while I played Tetris. Silver Surfer on NES
Yes. Awesome
has
music.
a 10 out of 10 soundtrack.
Great pick, dude.
ridiculously good. Where you're like impressed that the NES chip is producing these sounds. That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, great pick.
Jurassic Park, Game Boy.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
Really cool music. Mediocre game. But I'm not seeing anything else from these two. I
I
think.
know,
have
I
to
mean,
spend time to think
But
about
I think
this.
I honestly that there's a reason for that, right?
There's definitely some. I just can't think of it.
I think good games have good music generally. I think most of the games that you think are great, you'd say like, yeah, but I love that music. You know what I mean? And
there's a bunch of Square Enix games that are just like mediocre.
well, you
that have
hate
good
BioShock,
soundtracks.
but oh boy, does that game have a score? Oh boy.
does it?
Oh yeah. I remember getting that. That was one of the rare scores. That was one of the first times at Game Trailers working in games media where I was given that score before I played it. Where like we just got it in, or somebody had some preview event or something. Somebody got
Sure.
a couple tracks from it, and I remember sitting at my desk at Game Trailers and booting up the original track and like getting weepy, being like, "Whoa,
Really?
I can't wait to play this game."
That's funny. I don't remember.
It was just the main
any of
theme,
music,
and it was
dude.
just so desolate, and it was just like, yes.
Sure.
Ugh, chilling.
Damiani's onto something, but I think we got to move on.
I was going through like Tales games and stuff, and I was like,
You could count Tales games, yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of like the best example to pick. So.
Sure.
But there's definitely some RPGs out there that are just like okay.
Final Fantasy 2 is not the best in the series, but like every one of those
the
games has
final
just
final
amazing
area
score.
of Final Fantasy 2's theme, Pandemonium, is really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good track.
How do you know the final area theme of Final Fantasy 2?
Giant, really annoying dungeon. It's like the most annoying dungeon in the game.
Where every random monster is a boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much old Final
I hate it
Fantasy.
when they
It's
end
called
like that.
Pandemonium.
Sleuther,
Yeah.
dude. Of course he knows.
Yeah. And you do. You just spend hours just grinding bosses. Yeah.
Oh, the Cydia games, they're all like okay. They have pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
All those remixes, yeah.
not the arcade one. I don't like the arcade soundtrack. The new one soundtrack is not good.
Hot take.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Take.
Sorry, new one. Thank you for that question. Yeah, it's interesting to think about because obviously video game soundtracks are important, and it's interesting to know where you all lie and actually like if it's criteria for a good review or a bad review. It's cool. Thanks, panel. It is time to wrap up the podcast. Let's do bets. Why, do you feel good about this one? So Jones we'll have to pull up Twitter.
I got Twitter ready.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Jones,
Yeah.
top of it, baby.
Yep.
Okay. I'm calling you baby incidentally. It's just kind of a part of my own vernacular. Okay, so let's not deal with that yet, Jones. Let's deal with next week's bet first. Talking about Destiny 2 releasing next week on September 5th. No, we're not talking about Destiny 2.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, we're talking about Knack 2.
There you go.
Okay.
Different sequels.
Both twos.
Couple of big twos coming out next
Yeah.
week.
Yep.
So Knack 2 comes out September 5th. How long into Knack 2 will it take until Knack speaks? Jones.
Almost zero reference going on here. Didn't play the original. 22 seconds.
Okay.
Right out of the gate.
Damiani.
What's up,
42 seconds.
Okay.
42.
Dude, minute 30. He's gonna be baby Knack.
I think you got me, Brad, because I did 68 seconds. Let me lock that in.
You know they're not starving with Knack going, hey, what's up?
Yeah, because here's the thing, Jones, is Little Knack doesn't speak.
Right.
Yeah. Medium Knack does speak, but Little Knack doesn't. I think you got me, Brad. It's the most frustrating thing about Knack 1 is the character does nothing. The character of Knack
treat him bad,
He
dude.
makes no decisions.
Treat
The
him
humans
bad.
all
I
treat him
remember I was
bad.
like, oh, why?
Yeah, it kind of
Why are you
sucks.
so mean to Knack?
It's gonna be 68 seconds.
Saving
you know
your
what?
chops.
No. Knack's talking.
No, he's talking at minute 30 in.
No. He's gonna narrate it. Let me tell you about what happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They
Probably
heard,
wondering how
they
I
heard-
got here.
Yeah.
heard your complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knack like trapped in something.
So, last week's bet was about Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which released just today, August 29th. At this point, how many likes will there be on the most recent tweet made from the official Rabbids account?
Oh.
Jones.
What is it? Is it just at Rabbids?
It's at Rabbids Official, but I think if you just search for Rabbids. Jones bet 801, Ian bet 999, Ben bet 777, I bet 2,190.
Wow.
And Don bet 902. By the way, Don was sick tonight, so there's no bet from him on the Knack 2 bet.
They're actual tweets, sorry.
Okay. Their most recent tweet, please, Jones.
They have retweets.
Don't count retweets.
All right. How many retweets?
No,
No,
likes.
How many likes? 515.
Ooh, that's a win for Ben. Well, not yet. That's not how we do this. That's how we do this.
Whatever.
That
we're
was
celebrating.
our
Cry.
celebration.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So what is the tweet, Jones?
Don't forget the Mario Rabbids developer launch stream with live Q&A. Send us your questions. Watch live on Twitch.
Oh, we got hosed, man. Of course that's not going to have a lot of likes.
That sounds jolly, dude.
Duh. Because how many likes on the one beneath that? Get yours now. How many likes on that?
543.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you know.
125.
Okay, I just...
109. 831 is the most.
All right, I just expected too much. Okay.
That was a couple days ago.
That's on me.
yesterday.
Official intent account would have.
Ooh, you know what? I got some bet updates, too. Because... This is really interesting, actually. Is it our Madden bet? We bet which would be higher, Uncharted or Madden.
Yeah.
Madden actually didn't come out next Tuesday, the normal version. The GOAT version of Madden came out on Tuesday. That was $80.
Dude, is your boy Brady on it?
Yeah, my boy Brady is on the
Yeah, knew it. Save that clip, everybody. My boy Brady, save that soundbite.
My boy Brady. I love him, dude. I'm going to name my kid Brady. So, and then Friday, the regular...
That's a good
Honestly,
name.
Brady Bosman's a good name.
It's not bad.
Hey,
It's
BB.
not bad, actually.
It's a good name.
Baby.
Friday is the day the actual $60 version of the game came out. It's been a while since we talked about that. I think that's so interesting. The idea of paying $20 to get a game days early.
It's $80.
The GOAT version, the Brady.
What does
version.
it come with?
You get it to play it early.
That's it?
No, you get other stuff.
C8,
You get other
maybe.
stuff.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah.
A week early?
I'm gonna assume card packs, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
probably
stuff.
credits towards
Yeah,
stuff.
Not a week early, dude. Days. You get it a Tuesday instead of
Is that
Friday.
something they announced they're going to be doing like a year or two ago?
Probably.
Thought this was something we...
It's not new.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
pay
they've been
attention
doing this
usually
for
to
a
that
while.
front.
Smart franchise to do it on though, because again, it's if this is one of like
for,
2 games you're buying this
all
year,
their sports
like
games. I
Yeah,
thought.
it's just weird
Yeah.
though, Jones,
That's
because like the commercials used to be like Madden Holiday. You remember those when they're just talking about
Everyone's,
how,
like, celebrating.
how big of a deal their launch day is, and then they're separating it. They're saying, okay, rich people Tuesday, everyone else Friday. If you're not rich enough on Tuesday, you're already
Kind
behind.
of like the real NFL.
Yeah.
Rich enough to go sit
Yeah.
in an actual stadium and watch the game, or
Yep.
you sit at home
Even
and watch
more
on TV.
realistic than ever now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I mean, it's all about this thing where $60 is not enough to make video games anymore. We get it, but yeah, it's weird. Feels weird. I'm not against it. What, Brad?
Never mind.
What, dude?
I don't want to think about this anymore. This bums me out.
Yeah, because at the same time, a lot of people think $60 is too much more than ever. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I get it. Yeah, it's weird. Weird thing to deal with. Also, Jones, forever ago, remember we did the Lawbreakers? How many times will we find Overwatch?
yeah.
So the week after, I actually looked it up, and then I just kept forgot podcast to podcast. How many times we'd see the word Overwatch in 10 Lawbreakers reviews? 19. Jones, you had the bet of 20. You would have won that bet.
Nice. But I think
But-
I knew at the time because you said just even in that one bet, even in one
Yeah.
review was like 8 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like,
I had 0 in my review, right? Pretty sure I had 0.
You had 0,
mentions.
I think so. Yeah, I think I pulled it
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can wait. Let me.
By the way, you're disqualified. Like, Easy Allies is always disqualified anytime we're counting words.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
reviews. Yeah.
Understand my personal.
Yeah.
Personal satisfaction.
Yeah.
Right there.
Anyway, our current score is now Purple Platypi 15.
Oh, that was an intense
Brad,
one.
whoa.
He's
hey.
ramped up.
Jeez Louise.
Nice victory today.
I was talking up your platypus sound in weeks past.
Good job, Brad.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You liked that one?
0. I just double checked. No,
Oh,
no Overwatch.
You did a Control F.
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of Team Fortress references, though. Jones, you and I,
don't
Red
think there
Eagles
was.
20. Caw.
Oof.
What's wrong?
They're catching up.
Oh, no, dude. It's back and forth.
Yeah, but they are catching up.
That's a good cushion.
Better watch it.
I'm not scared of that little purple platypus.
He's coming.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Kyle, when you just alone at night and you hear that, just know we're coming.
Yeah, watch out for my beak, dude. Eagles are birds of prey.
Not this bird. Not this bird.
That's a bird of prey.
Look at this geek.
That's not a geek. He's cool.
He's a
He's
geek.
being civil because we're recording the podcast. But
He's a geek.
He's got a beak.
when not
He's
on
got
camera,
talents.
he hovers around.
He's
this
got a
building.
Insane vision, dude. Insane vision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing fish through water, dude.
But you can't see the platypus in the water.
Platypus flying
Yeah.
under the radar,
Just
dude.
popping out.
Stealth. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about what Easy Allies is. If this is the first time you're listening to the podcast, or many times, we are Patreon funded. We work because of Patreon. And so if you want to check out patreon.com/Easy Allies, you will see the story of Easy Allies. You'll see everything we do, the videos we do, the things that we do for our patrons, and how you can support us. And why not also plug EasyAllies.com because we have people all over the world who watch our stuff. I realize this when we say like 6 p.m. Pacific time. I think the minority of our audience is at Pacific time, right? Everybody, most of the audience is in other places where 6 p.m. Pacific time means almost nothing. And so there's a really cool thing on the right side is our schedule, our streams, and everything that we put up on our YouTube. All of our videos are on our schedule, on our website, on the right column, in your time zone. So if you go there, it's all relevant to you wherever you are.
Don't gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think that's all the plugging I got to do. Let's talk about goals. Brad, how did you do on your goal this
Oh,
week
so good.
of doing a Randy Savage impression?
Hold on, I want you to plug something.
What?
What are you guys doing this weekend?
Ah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We did that last week. We should do it again this week.
Do it again.
We're going to PAX, baby. Easy Allies at PAX.
What are you doing at PAX?
We have a panel. Where's that?
That is the Sasquatch Theater
Sasquatch
across the street
Theater,
from
yeah.
the convention. 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. It's an hour. And then at 2:30, an hour after the podcast, after the panel ends, we are going to be at the Twitch booth for an hour and a half meet and greet from 2:30 to 4.
Nice.
Yes. Feels pretty good.
So if you're there, say hi to them.
It's my first flight, my first work flight
Easy Allies?
in a long time. Yeah. Not just, I mean, yeah, for Easy Allies for sure, but it's been years.
Yeah, our last
you know?
one was just a road trip.
Yeah, the last
Fun
one was
road
a
trip,
That was a
though.
good road trip. So yeah, we have a panel. We're going to be looking at a lot of games, booking appointments. And we'll cover it. We'll cover those games that we've seen. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to PAX. That'll be cool. We're actually
Ian will be
going-
there, so a nice, easy update episode from PAX. Thanks will happen.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
Damiani, how'd you do on your goal this week?
Kind of got OCD about a hair on here, so I did this. So I kind of like
All right.
rubbed it.
To listeners, we've never even explained pop filter. Let's imagine you've never actually seen this podcast.
Yeah.
Pop filters are just these stupid discs that make peas less puffy.
Yep. They got a little some mesh on it.
Yeah.
It's a little soft.
A little
mesh,
softer. Yeah.
in between our faces that spit.
And the idea is to like break wind, isn't it?
Yeah. It just absorbs that popping
Yeah.
noise.
Like we said,
From
platypus
your
without
T's
that.
and your P's
Oof.
Oh yeah.
and your B's.
Oof.
Blow out your ears.
Very deadly.
So Damiani, that was the only time you touched any microphone. Was
that
that
one,
one
I
moment
didn't.
of the
Yeah, I
hair.
didn't notice anything.
And you were shaking the table the whole podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Especially during that Sonic game. Man, he got mad.
I was responsible for a little of that too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was Brad. Okay.
Chicken disc.
I didn't have a goal. That wasn't my goal. Say it all I want.
Brandon Jones, how'd you do on your insane chips for calling Bossman baby game?
Cleaned house.
Cleaned house. No more
I think you
chips, baby.
cheated. I think sometimes you said baby, like looking at Brad, you know?
No, he was looking at you.
You're the moderator. We're
Yeah.
the panelists.
So anything you say, any off comment is just
Unless
like
I-
that's directed toward the
Unless
moderator?
unless I issue it at someone by name. Yeah.
Kyle, was looking at Brandon numerous times when he said baby, and he was always looking at you.
Okay, all right. I'll take it. I
saw it.
My goal was to show everyone how good at rhyming I am, and I approved.
You nailed
proved
it.
it.
Home run.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a grand slam, baby. Michael Damiani, since you are in Ben's seat, you are absorbing those responsibilities.
All right.
So you're going to close out the show for us. You have the right and responsibility to share your Twitter handle. You get to promote any Easy Allies video you would like to promote. You get to have the final word on anything you've disagreed with or simply want to reiterate. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign off.
You can follow me at MB Damiani on Twitter.
Damiani.
Good job. Very good.
I think you should follow Damiani. He's awesome on Twitter.
Are you awesome on Twitter?
I think Damiani's awesome on
What
Twitter.
did he do that's good on Twitter?
'Cause he
give me one.
doesn't-
I told the Secret of Mana people, cool, it's coming out.
Yeah.
But this is all I wanted for Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
You said
Exactly.
mana, not mana. Lies.
I know.
Oh,
Lies.
I was trying to
we're a
help you
Mana
out.
family.
Deceit.
I was trying to help you there.
We're a
I'm
Mana
entertained by
family.
Damiani's tweets. I'll
Okay.
say that.
Okay.
He doesn't flood you with an overload of tweets either, which is nice.
It's true. He doesn't flood us, but when Damiani wants to be heard, he will make a tweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like my very, very generous opinion of the Death Note movie.
I didn't see this tweet.
Literally was
I didn't even look this
literally
up.
was this LOL Death Note the comedy period.
Is that a good tweet?
That's a like.
Is that a good tweet?
That's a
All
like
right,
and
gotta
a
like.
That's a
Yeah.
like and a retweet.
Got a lot of
Brad.
retweets.
Okay. If you say
You got me,
A lot of
Damiani.
people were like, they got it.
All right. Okay. Enough bragging. What is the video you want to promote?
Let's promote.
Wow.
Crap.
We have
Wasn't out yet, so I was like, never
Oh,
mind.
you're allowed to promote future videos. You're allowed to say, keep an eye out for the upcoming Game Sleuth coming
No.
to you next week. It's gonna be big.
No, it's just we're getting towards the end of summer here.
Uh huh.
There was something promised for the end of summer.
Ah,
And
yes.
It's
Yes.
the
The new episode of Game
the
Sleuth.
beacons have been lit. It's coming. The retrospective.
Yeah.
Souls retro. It's definitely on its way, right, Brad?
Yep, the fire is lit. We're
Yeah.
at the home stretch.
Oh yeah. We've left the station. We're chugging.
Yeah.
I like that we're doing this. We don't have a date. It is imminent, we can say, but
Yes,
yeah.
it's very close. Things are looking good.
Mm-hmm.
The fire fades.
Brett, I don't know what that means.
Because you don't know Dark Souls.
I like kind of know it, dude. The ending is so confusing.
Yeah, sure.
Just maybe this
I'll
is
tell
why
you,
I will like watching
I'll tell you that
retrospective.
Dark Souls 3 is like the end of the world, and the fire's fading, and that's why the Lords of Cinder are awoken. Those guys at the beginning to relight the flame because no one's doing it.
Yeah.
So they're resurrecting them to do it again.
But like the goofy Loch Ness dog at the end of the first one, who's just like it's got a long neck.
Oh,
and it's just
Frant?
like a
Or
big
Frant?
ugly
Yeah.
Loch Ness dog.
Did you notice the statues of him when we played 3 together?
I think
in the
so.
archive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it's a race. I didn't think he was one particular guy.
There's multiple.
Yeah.
It's different ones.
So if I watch your retrospective,
You got some stuff to learn, Kyle.
will I understand what this guy's all about?
No. So
all
if
right.
I did all the lore,
Yeah.
like everything, these videos would be like really long. If
Yes.
it's just the lore,
Yeah.
really long.
And I just want to point out, as long as we're getting into retrospectives, there are people that do that. Like there
Yeah.
are
Oh, yeah.
people
There's-
that we respect very highly
I'm
on the
planning
internet.
when they're out. I'm planning on promoting a few
have done
people I
that.
think who've done an excellent job at that kind of
Fati
thing.
video.
And likewise,
My video's one of them.
My good buddy Daniel Dwyer is doing great documentary stuff over at NoClip. And
Oh, your
that's
good buddy,
that's
Daniel
very-
Dwyer.
and I love Daniel Dwyer. That's very,
Yeah,
it's
it's my good buddy. It's my good buddy. Yeah, I get it.
That's very interview focused. So like they go over to get like that raw story. Like that's not the type of stuff that we do.
So what do you do? What is retrospectives focused on?
It's horrible to say because it's a meme, but like they are love letters to these franchises.
Correct.
They are us basically. If you
We call them sexts.
If you don't know, if you don't know a lot about the series and you are curious to be interested in it, we try to give you as many elements of that series to absorb all at the same time: dialogue, information, music, gameplay, just the feel.
A lot of the creation
game.
about the game. Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of that kind of stuff.
Hopefully, it's a.
There is lore in there though.
Great.
Quite a bit of lore.
Great. Damiani,
All right.
your final word.
Well, final word on something I get to disagree with. Kyle Bossman has this thing where he says he gets really, really upset when I will say, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that in a game. Especially tonight when we're playing Windjammers. And sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I just am hitting buttons. And Kyle Bossman really believes I'm intentionally BMing people. Like, no, Damiani, that's not good. You cannot do that. And like, I'm sitting there like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's working. And these guys think I'm doing this on purpose. This is great. So just wanted to say, Kyle, I did not know what I was doing. Just like you guys have this theory that like I laugh at everything, so you can tell I'm lying. I laugh at everything. So even when I'm telling the truth, it's just another thing, Kyle, that you still haven't figured out for being the mastermind and genius, Kyle Bossman. Sorry, actually, what do you want to say?
That's fine.
Because I got to address it because he has to say.
I was gonna say I can always tell when you're lying because you have a tick and you just did it right there.
But I wasn't lying right there.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But
I know.
You just admit I did a tick, so see, there you go.
I know. I could tell.
You can tell.
Yeah.
There's gonna be those times you're not. And I also enjoy watching Kyle get like this. It's the funniest thing ever. Thank you for hosting the podcast, Kyle Bossman. You do a really good job. And for everyone else out there, we'll see you next time.
I am enjoying these microtransactions. The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Ebb Software, Elthanis, Hogue Law, iKeyless, Jojo Dentco, King Art Games, Michael Kozachenko, Mango, Adam Barker, Pixel Perfect Polygons, Nick, Walker Hope, Cameron Hendry, Greg Kettering, Will Schmuck, Bradley Spees, Caleb Aranda, Professor Metal Gear, Zachary Wingate, John Tyson, Ken Lair, Beaten Down Brian, Silent Consonant, Andrew Reif, Sigma, Dan Sebring, Robert Stoffel, Corey Jackson, Jason Erickson, Richard Smuts, Andrew Bailey, Leon Alexandru, Risev, Anti-Ataraxia, Richard G. Flowers, Yo Butts, Michael Bisegli, Caden Geist, Demos Clay, Dave Red, Thomas Wigginton Jr., Eduardo Ortiz, Neil Bruce, Jared Reif, 44 Stars, Matthew Pauling, Gino A. Leet, Carl Williams, Yasser Alusani, Jason A. Sackle, Candy Coated Thorns, G. Levin, Charles Anthony Iapicino, G. Ken, Tim O'Keefe, Hitman 47, Ryan Anderson, Nicholas Owens, Colt Doss, Paul Nalsund, Alexander Breveglieri, Cody Harden, Jay Shee, Wobess, Marcel Froelich, Yong Lee, Mark Bianchin, Phoenix Doss, Akira Sendo, Lee Young, Congolator, Andrew Kidd, Thomas Gonzalez, Peter Davis, Hudson Bilbrey, Rack, Samuel Justice, Adam Pryor, Brad Lohman, Gary Fair, Wesley McDonald, Matthias Hesselvig Jensen, Ian Santa Anna, Jake Musser, Mylene LaPearl Vanass, Tim Strothman, Caleb Crawford, DRD 7 of 14, Blue Suitor, Todd Yurkovic, Joe Burns, Jordan Phillips, Patrick Chong, Monica, Chum Nguyen, Sergio Ruben Hernandez Gallegos, John Lipari, Stephen Last, Ahmad Naki, Jesse Vitelli, Jeremiah Snowden, The Banana Forklift Killer, Joaquim Morovuo, Gustav Strombaum, Calvin Hartanto, Marcel Markov, Mark J. Betters II, Nefertiti Jenkins, Joel Olson, David Wen, Luke Arnold, Matthew Holcomb, Daryl Schramm, Brent Phillips, Leaf Johnson, Bobby Sandino, Marius Smith, Catherine Lai, Gary James, Kit Snow, Ian Bradburn, Robert Crouch, Mikhail Anyel, Sven von Brand, Ulf himself, Trenton Robinson, John Prey, By Menace, V8 Dave, Nasser, Joseph Caruso, Sean Clinton, Fabian Schuster, The Solar Sailor, Mikkel Bach Sorensen, Jesper Lawson, Anthony DC1, Luis Ibarra, Adam Damon, Tony Knox, C-Note 51, Isun Chor, Forrest, Caleb Ledoux, Mike Hook 1, Thomas Einsporn, Bry Guy, Jamie Jackman, Zylo Wolfbane, Quick Scares, Alexander Schiller, The Classiest Hobo, Boris Scherl, Captain Fancy Pants, Michael Eaton, Zinterax, Modren, Connor Rosine, Paul Bishop, Sean Smith, Travis Miosi, Trey Whetstone, Matt McCarthy, Sean Mackey, Leroy Anderson, Jonas Andreas Sibison, Reed Johnson, Freddie Fingers 26, Joetown, Manuel Thomas, Peter Nguyen, Luke Bennett, Adam Sharonbrock, Not Jack, Kurzistav Rogowski, Allison Burt, Anna Lencaster, Johnny Markula, Bjornar Haraldsvik, Sean De Almeida, Zach Bardsley, Chris Sleep, Saturn, Mokiki, Jacob Whittington, Charlie, Wouter DeHaze, Michael Favacci, Eric Maynard, Cartridge Brothers, Renee Klutk, Gonsis Elite, Bernardo Del Castillo, Leon Keys, Mugen Himura, Raymond Lee, Clay Roberts, Ritz 1906, Todd Paxton, Faraz Rizvi, Dakota Hayes, Zoostick, Don Turner, Mumble Mumbleton, Misuki 211, Kyle Bradford, Jesse Fish, Shinobazu, Jason Joint, Edison S. Prada Jr., Travis Ing, Bryce Ray Parker, Ahmad Al-Rashed, Tuttle, Beth, Furious Action Gamer, Jonathan and Amy Alconis, Stuart Siddall, William Kirk, Reiner Lipp, Michael Shriver, G. Sith, Mac Reed, Connor Ross, Matt Gunther, Evan Eng, Joshua Vanswall, Eric Gustafson, Refill, Sebastian Trier, Andreas Scholand Petersen, Bonnie and Jason Connor, Alex AI, Jeffrey Daniel Lasley, Stephen Walther, Rock Gordon, Carlos Zuniga, Muzamil Pabani, Ryan Cohen, Adam Olaney, Link 666 Goron, Terrence Ireland, Simon Gauthier, Momo Rashid, M. Legend, Marcus Hankins, Peds, Justin Wenderoth, Calgareth, Eddie Reisner, Chase Caldwell, Andrew Buchter, Paulkin Stirs, Rebecca Woods, Barry, Mikey Novak, Sierra Golding, Adam Henry, Beautiful Kai, Hissapin, Mac Jam, Ronnie, Caffeine Rage, Kira Stenroos, David Kennedy, Durgesh Patel, Kenneth Procius, Mike Calvi, Sarah, Philip Stadler, Anthony Daniel Galvin, Benny Samuelson, Trolls Rasmussen, Daniel Wong, Jameson Anderson, Vincent Foliat, Hutchitron, Ahab, Neobear, Rainier Dennis Bautista, Michael Pisano, Tetra Ninja, Quinn Gary, Alex Glass, Junio Motomura, Mithers, Yaboy Benny B, Ancient Picnic, Mons Anderson, Elvin Skogheim, Jai Aldair, Kevin DeBolt, Morgan Worth, Sam Sorensen, Matt Ferguson, Michael Tennick, William Heaney, Krister Lundmark, Chris the Pianist, Michelle Nubb, Sandra and Richard Acero, Carlos Gonzalez, David Tran, Adam Barker, Philip Klarskov Jensen,
Niels Frederick Elbol, Sun Pham, David Amaro, Alex Monaco, Nuno Amaral, Galen Moxley Hagert, Twisted Heart, David Boyarsky, Rajiv Maharaj, Toasty Soul, Sean McGing, Pete Cerny, Dagath, Joaquim Wiederberg, Christopher Santos, Marco Flores, Sam Handrick, Tarek Leham, Christian Hundorf, Andreas Koter, Egg Stravaganza, Gali Gutierrez, Addison Muir, The Fatty Show, Jason Shields, Rickster EXE, Minimek, Julio Ruiz, Lars Berger, Steven Insler, Lorenzo, Remy Loisel, Jordan Kirk, Christopher Dixon, Ali Douglas, Peter Shoemaker, Ripus Idud, Irvin De La Torre, Cyberboa, Christophe Fatui, Azazel Valkyrie, G.W. Fox, Christopher Foss, Outcast Rider, Chris Bennett, Liam Ahern, Helping Leon, Jean-Sebastian B., Self-Confessed Cynic, Franklin Lasley, Roman Udolph, V. Cura Ray, Tristan Howard, Materia Addict, Rob Middledorp, Robert I., Blastermaster, Elizabeth, Miguel Rivas, Alex Lavanier, Justin Wren, Malcolm Moschette, Adam, Robert Ori Einerson, Christopher Donnelly, Matt Kowarski, Joel Short, Marco Hernandez, Gabriel Hellborn, Andrew Amos, Fat Shadow, Struggler, Tense George, Bunny Chen, Joey and Kate, Raymond Chow, Caffeinade, Ian Anderson, DanPan16, Tongue Surgery, C.S. Lewis, Hasney, Michael Lugaro, Jana, Roy Sung, Kim Monk Vonderleith Hagensen Petersen, Colin Hoylman, Reed Marlett, Ali Khan Sunger, Matthew Robles, Shanley Ladia, Dale A. Brule, Rerun, Arkham Fantasy, Dale Sun, Philip Higdon, John Ivar Carlson, Spencer Stevens, Evan Hindra, Impact 93, Siahi Jabbar, Russell Bateman, Rory McGuire, Elliot Moscow, Daniel Fuchs, Jonas, Ivan Ponce, Christopher A. Butler, Adam Warizek, Sean Essen, Sebastian Urban, Marco Zanone, Alec Church.